everybody.
Hi.
Hello. Okay, sorry, I'm just coming off another meeting. I gotta open up stuff.
Hi, Michael. Good to see you. It's Nancy.
Good to see you. How are you?
I'm not really sure. I think I have done some real serious damage to my back. I can hardly move.
Oh no.
Jeez.
I went walking in the forest yesterday for 3 miles, and I guess it was just too much after
Oh
being
no.
sedentary for the whole winter.
Are you, Nancy, do you need a ride to the doctor or something?
I might.
All right.
I haven't decided yet.
Okay.
I think I'm going to give it another day and see if it eases up a little bit, and then I'll worry.
All right.
But I just have to remember to sit absolutely straight. And when I stand up absolutely straight. Don't reach for anything with my right hand, which is hard to do when you're a chronic right-hander.
Want me to bring you dinner? Pick you up Clautina or something?
Didn't hear what you said.
I said, you need me to bring you dinner, Colatina or something, so you don't have to cook?
You want to bring it? You can come and eat with me.
I can deliver. I'll call you after this.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Hi, everybody. Let's see.
I'm taking notes.
Oh, cool.
That's
Thanks,
all
Ashley.
right.
I've been trying to remember to record too, just so you have it for notes, or anybody has it for notes too.
That's definitely good too.
Cool. So, Gary. Yeah, Gary's on. Gary, I'm gonna try to unmute you.
Can you hear me now?
Yep. Yes, we can hear you.
For some reason, I have no volume at all. I'd like to be on my computer, but I don't have the link for my computer.
What do you want me to do? So, Gary, can you hear us at all?
Barely. It sounds like a whisper. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you perfectly. Do you want to give a emergency management update, and I'll send you a link in the meantime to your email.
Okay. The only new thing is I want to remind everybody of the notice I put out on the listserv a couple days ago that be another food box distribution next Friday, the 23rd. The sooner people sign up, the better, because it fills up fast. That's all I really have now. I'm waiting for tomorrow, the State Emergency Operations Center call to find out more about the J&J vaccine, but that's about all I got today.
Thanks, Gary. I just emailed you the link in case you want to open it on your computer.
Great, thank you.
I don't think I have anything for communications. And I don't think we've really had anything volunteer coordination wise. Every once in a while we get requests, but Ted, do you want to give a town update?
Well, I can give a town update, but I was out of town last week and I missed last week's select board meeting. So you're getting an update from somebody who doesn't have a clue what's been going on lately. We do have a special town meeting that was originally scheduled for May 20 something or other. And my understanding is that at last week's select board meeting that was pushed back to June 22nd. I believe, and someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm 99% sure it's going to be an Australian ballot special town meeting. The issues to be addressed are appropriations for 2 charitable organizations that were accidentally left out of this year's warning. So we want to give the voters an opportunity to decide whether or not to support those 2 organizations. And my understanding is that a petition was also submitted that would require, I guess, Zoom sort of access to all select board meetings and all boards and commission meetings. So I guess that will be addressed as well. I don't really know how we would deal with that if that article passes, but if that's what the voters decide, we'll find a way to make it work.
Well, yeah, the petition is for you guys to develop and implement a policy. So you kind of choose what you're going to do there. You guys actually have to revote I think revote for the town meeting date, since you voted to move it to June, because it's actually illegal because the petition was submitted on April 5th. So the
No,
meeting has.
there has been a lot of research into that. That is not correct. According to state law, if a petition is submitted to reconsider an issue that was already decided at town meeting, then that special town meeting has to be held within 60 days. If the petition is for an item that was unrelated to what was on the original town meeting agenda, the special town meeting has to be warned within 60 days. Not have to be held within those 60 days.
Okay, good, cool.
That I guess the issue of the belief that we had scheduled something illegally caused an awful lot of scrambling, and we double checked with VLCT, and June 22nd is completely legal. So I think we're good there.
Cool. Good.
And that's all I have. And if something else happened last week that I'm not aware of, I apologize.
Thanks, Ted.
Just to quickly summarize, so is it fair to say town meeting dates can be changed if they fall within 60 days of the original date?
You can probably just leave that detail out, Ashley, and just say that the next one is June 22nd.
Great, that sounds
Yeah.
good too.
Thanks, though. Food access, Ashley.
Yes, so we are continuing to offer, so Little Rivers is continuing to offer the Everyone Eats program to our patients, and also we are distributing fresh produce through Willing Hands. I don't know if Gail is on right now, but I am pretty sure that Gail Treaty from the library is going to be, oh, there she is. She is still delivering meals. She maybe can hear me. Yeah, okay, great. So she's still doing them. Clara Martin's still doing them. And I believe that there's some work being done up in Wells River as well, and Newberry. So I know for sure, at least for Little Rivers. And then the other things are, the only thing that is kind of interesting is we have gotten some feedback, and this has been ongoing through the pandemic, that even though we've been hearing from patients that that there's an increase in insecurity, we have not, the local food shelves have not really seen an uptick.
Oh, you froze, Ashley, at the end.
Oh, where did I stop?
Heard the local food shelves haven't seen an uptick, and then it stopped.
Oh, that was just me stopping.
Okay, cool. Okay. I do know, so the teen center is also doing the Everybody Eats, and the food shelf, yeah, they had, I think, only like 7 customers or something like last week. So I brought eggs the other day, and they turned them away because they're also down a refrigerator, but I met John Bean in the parking lot, and he said like he's been bringing baked goods, but it's like it's just molding because there's nobody like going for the most part. So I did email a message with Jenny and the teen center about trying to connect them, because the teen center said they're going to take all the eggs, and they said they could really use food from the food shelf. So bless you. Anybody else? Gail, do you want to add anything? Oh, she's on the phone. you want anything about food?
I want to add something. We
Sure.
may have 2 beds available in the community garden. If you know someone that's looking for a bed in the community garden.
I'll pass that around because I'm doing a program next month on seed starting and composting and so I'll pass that around as well. But Monique, the phone rang and so.
I was just seeing if you had a food update because you're
I'm
everybody. eats.
sorry. So
No, you're good.
I upped my number of foods to come in and they seem to have slowed down at the same time. So I am able to, I kind of talk people, hey, here's some food for you. But and I would have taken those eggs. I don't know. So if that's still happening, but since the hub opened up, I'm doing fewer food give outs because the kids come by and so now they're doing that. I don't know if it's really related, but it is slowing down. But also, the library, my circulation has slowed down and I think it's the good weather and people are just moving around more. So anyway, that's my thing on food.
Thank you. Bruce,
Monique,
did
I
you?
could
Yeah.
add a little on food from the
Cool.
schools. So the so-called summer food program, which has really been universal meals for all children pre-K through 12, continues through September 30th. This summer, we are going to ratchet down the way we're doing it, i.e. we're not going to use school buses to transport the food out into the community because there's starting to be a lowering of demand to some degree. So we're going to do what's called grab and go for families that sign up. Anyone can do that pre-K through, and it's an open site. So actually families from other communities, if they wish to take advantage of that program, can do so. So we'll be getting information out on that before too long. And it'll still be an option available to families that can be really beneficial.
And so since I'll be doing summer programs for kids, I'll probably tag on with Karina and also
Sure.
be offering that as I've always have for years.
Yes,
But I
absolutely.
will always do that as well at the library.
Yep. Sounds good.
Cool. Thank you. Mike, do you want to give a little Rivers update?
Testing still occurring. We've seen an increase in testing for COVID lately because of the increase in numbers in our area. Vaccine clinics, I think we're done doing vaccine clinics during the week, but we still will do weekend vaccine clinics at BMU and Oxbow. I'm providing a youth mental health first aid training on Saturday, May 8th from 9 to 4:30. We've only got one person signed up. It's going to be in Wells River at the Congregational Church. It's free, no cost. So if you guys know of anybody who would be interested in taking that course, shoot them my information.
So can I ask a question? What does it entail? I mean, what's the age group? Do you have any info?
It's for adults who want to learn more about mental health for adolescent through teenagers and how to support them. So this is the first one that's back in person. I refuse to do them over Zoom because it's just kind of intense and it's a lot of information and there's activities and things that I just didn't think would translate well over Zoom. So this is the first one live back up and running. So we're limiting the amount of people to about 6 to 8. The Congregational Church has a very large space. We'll be using masks. The instructors are vaccinated. So that'll be available. I'm hoping to get at least 3 or 4 of them this year, especially when the kids go back to school, maybe get some teachers involved. So that's happening May 8th.
Mike, have you been in touch with Kate Beaton at the SU level?
I have not yet. She was going to be my next reach out for.
Oh, okay, good. Because
the
she
second
would be
class.
helpful. All right.
Definitely will do. Thanks, Bruce.
Are you looking for professionals or parents?
Anybody who wants to help youth that might be going through struggles with mental health.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Mike. Ashleen, did you have anything you want to add? Patty, business updates? Or Marvin, either one.
I think I have nothing.
All right. Patty, I'm gonna see if I can unmute you just in case. Okay, she might be with somebody. I think that just thinking about business stuff, the PPP stuff is still open for businesses. Vermont opened a sole proprietor program as well. And I don't know that it affects anybody in our area, but the shuttered venues program is open. It was a little bit of a disaster when it opened up last week, but it is now open and functional. If anybody knows of any like theaters or kind of performance venues and museums that might be affected. And then
Can you
restaurant.
say that again? I just didn't hear what.
Oh yeah, just PPP is still available. The sole proprietor program from the state, and then shuttered venue is a federal program. And then restaurant revitalization is supposed to happen. They said mid-April, but that's not going to happen. So maybe by end of April. Carol Freeman, support for seniors.
A couple of things. The senior center's been doing the tax preparation program, and that's going well. I'm not sure if they're going to extend it to May because of the change in tax deadline or not. We did open for one senior exercise class on Friday mornings, and because of the space limitations, it's hard to do more with the tax preparation going on. But when that ends, we'll be offering the ongoing exercise programs. We still can't reopen for lunch because of the space limitations, but we continue to do takeout and Meals on Wheels. And if anyone who knows someone who's looking for a job as a cook, our cook resigned this morning. So he made it all the way through almost reopening. And so we are looking for someone. It could be 2 part-time people, or it could be one full-time person. So if they're interested, call the center and talk to Vicki, if you know anybody.
Well, thanks, Carol.
Yeah.
I don't see Mary Ann on. Oh, you go ahead, Marvin.
Respond to the tax prep thing. The crew at Orange East is going to try to wrap up by the end of this month. But if anybody has somebody who they know of who still needs help after that, they could contact Connie Filio, because we're going to keep doing it in Newbury into May. So it's still available.
Well, thanks, Marvin. Schools, Bruce, do you want to give us general school update?
Sure. Well, we're happy to note that the budget for OUUSD passed last night. That was that was good news for us all. And so I did the food update. I guess the other thing is I'm Emily is more up to date moment by moment around COVID issues. I know what that amounts to, because when she was out, because her husband had a pretty serious ski accident, I ended up doing that for, I don't know, about a week and a half, and it got very, very busy all of a sudden. That's quite a task. But we do have issues right now in the schools that Mike alluded to. There is definitely an uptick. We've had a variety of schools out at various times, and right now I think Oxbow and Riverbend are out until after April vacation. Blue Mountain's been out a bit. Waits River's been out very little, but a little bit. I think Thetford might be the only school that hasn't been, or Newbury have not been out at all. But we're making it through, because our contact, well, because the schools are really, really good at creating the protocols necessary for quick, straightforward contact tracing, we really have been able to limit the amount of time that schools have been out. It makes a difference. Every time we interact with the Department of Health, they are really quite pleased with the level of knowledge that the schools provide them. And it does make things simpler and still safe. So, kudos to all of the people that work on that. Yeah, so it's a little bit of a struggle right now, but hopefully we're going to start on a downhill trend in terms of COVID cases shortly.
Well, thanks, Bruce. Gail, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so I have a question for Bruce. I'm wondering who do I speak to? Who's involved in the district for the the Vermont after school program funding that's coming to town?
So that's a straightforward question with big, broad implications.
Yep.
So I'll try to be succinct and not get too involved. So the funding that's coming everybody's way, but in particular to the schools, is still not fully defined.
Right.
And there's going to be ESSER 2, so-called ESSER 2 money and ESSER 3 money, and it's going to last for 3 years at least. And it's federal money, so it's going to have a lot of strings attached to it, that kind of thing. But obviously one of the key areas of interest is summer programming. So right now, as succinctly as I can put it, there is a core of people here, senior leaders here in the SU, that have done a broad data gathering process. And Nicole Bell will be submitting what's called a needs assessment based on all of that data. And we've got a lot of it. And that's going in on Friday. Then within 4 to 6 weeks, I think it is thereabouts, we have to submit a broad plan for ways that we hope to use the ESSER funding that will be coming our way. And that core will be reaching out to a whole series of constituents, not least of whom are the faculties and principals of the schools, but other community groups as well. And so I guess what I would have you do is stay in touch directly with me, because I think you would be one of the key people in the community to be engaged in that process. And then specifically, I personally have a very high interest in developing high quality after school and summer programming. And this is the first time in a long time that there may be sufficient funding to make some of that happen in a clear and coherent way. And that is one of the key areas that is part of our emerging plan.
So my concern is that, summer is a month away.
Yes.
So here we go with a lot of hoops that we're going to have to jump through, correct? So are you hoping that something is going to be able to start this summer? Because I have a plan that's been asked for years now that I really want to pass on to somebody. I've got it all planned out. It's a summer theater group.
Oh, okay.
Kids,
So
I want
here's
to get it out there.
Yeah, here's what I would suggest. Be in touch with me and Nicole Bell, ASAP. It is a conundrum because on the one hand, we don't even have the money yet.
I know.
mean, we don't know exactly what's going to be happening or when it's going to be happening. It's a little bit difficult to tell. So, and there's also the paradox of burnt out adults who have, teachers and others that have been working just straight out. So this is a dilemma that the senior leadership group was really trying to grapple with just yesterday. But the kinds of things that you're talking about would be simple and easy to get off the ground. So it may be an opportunity to do some really practical things. So be in touch with Nicole Bell and with me, and I will do what I can to facilitate that.
Is Nicole Bell at oesu.org?
Yes. Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Brian, what about youth programs, sports?
Yeah, it looks like baseball's gonna go. We had actually pretty good participation. It was like 75 kids. I think last year it was 100. So they're gonna do baseball. I guess if there's any COVID issues, it's gonna go kind of with the school. So if your school shut down, then you're shut down for 14 days, that type of thing. There's been some talk about trying to do some kind of basketball something during the summer. I think we recognize that we were one community that lost the entire basketball season, didn't have that going on when a lot of the communities around us were able to do that. So that lost year is going to be tough for a lot of those kids. So it's just really a question of we don't have a place to play. So we've got kind of a tiny little piece of a court down in Memorial Field, and there's a basket up at the middle school. Elementary school outside. But that's kind of it. So trying to figure out if there's a way to be able to run any kind of program, even if that's just the skills and drills clinic, that type of thing. I guess other things, Walter Lee committee is going to be meeting here in May, and the applications are due by May 1st. So if anybody knows anybody who is looking to get Walter Lee funds for, youth opportunities in town, it wouldn't be a bad idea to put those applications in real soon. I think that's it. Riverbend is actually building dugouts, so they have one done and they have a couple more. We had dugouts donated by Coventry Log Homes, and so I asked Lance Mills to get his program to build them, and that's what they're doing. So it's pretty cool, and we're going to be able to hopefully get them down there. They'll all be movable, so they won't be set in concrete or anything like that, but it should be nice to have a nice new dugouts down there. It's hopefully at some point this summer.
Oh, thanks, Brian. And I don't see Carol Taylor, and then I don't see anybody from housing, but Ramsey wanted me to share this update. Just that the kind of renting assistance program is going, and then they're also looking to hire a counselor for Capstone in Bradford. If anybody, I can pass on that job. I think I passed on the job description in email, but if I didn't, I can. Nothing on transportation. Anybody have anything else? Rotary's doing a toiletry drive on Saturday from 10 to 1 at Kinney. If anybody has like shampoo, deodorant, tampons, toilet paper, if anybody hoarded toilet paper during COVID, you can bring it to us.
I got a whole bunch of Green Up books and stickers.
Oh yeah, cool.
Out to kids. And when they come in and take books and get one of these things, they're also signing up to win a Green Up tote bag or t-shirt or water bottle, and then it'll all go out. The drawing will be on Green Up Day, and I'm just trying to promote Green Up Day. And then next month for Arbor Day, I got a bunch of little peat pots, little kits, little peat pots with maple tree seeds, and that's going out for family fun for May. Now I'll stop there.
Cool. Anybody else?
Still having fun.
Cool.
Hey, Monique, I'll also say that was a great opportunity, that volunteer opportunity with Cover.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
That you'd sent out. So yep. I'm hoping that I guess they don't do a whole lot up here, but I think, if we can get more of that type of stuff, it's super rewarding to be able to, kind of help out. And I think. Did
you do that, Brian?
I did. Yeah, I did it with Sarah and a group of people, and it was really nice to be able to do that. And I hope that we can find more stuff like that. It's just the coordination. Like, I think you could probably get people to volunteer to do those types of things.
Yeah.
But it's hard to get somebody to actually coordinate and organize it. So
yeah, they reached out. I have a friend on their board, and they'd reached out saying that they're trying to push more here because they haven't really. It's all.
What is it?
So it's. Oh, go ahead, Brent. You can explain.
Yeah, well, so Cover is and Monique probably knows more, but so we ended up putting a roof on a house in the Whistle Stop mobile home park, and built a small deck for somebody who was just in need. And so it was a group, actually, I think it was a group from the Methodist Church, and then a couple of us that had been kind of part of that volunteer crew, and just went in and was able to do that. And, you know, a whole lot of fun. They had 3 people from Cover who were kind of professional builders, and it was a great opportunity. And, you know, you didn't have to have a tremendous amount of skills in order to do it. They kind of directed it really nicely. So, you know, I feel like, you know, anytime that we can do that type of stuff and get a group of people who just want to help, it's a really nice opportunity.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, Gail, they do home repair in general, and it's out of White River is where it's located.
Well, it's just awesome because so many people don't have funds to donate.
Yeah.
To be
Yeah.
able to have a hands-on touch it. That's great. Good for you. Thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome, right?
Monique, before we leave
Yeah.
recreation, I just want to announce that we will have the Race to the Top, the Conservation Commission will have the Race to the Top virtually for the whole month of June.
Cool.
And the proceeds will benefit Friends of Wrights Mountain Fund and Upper Valley Trails Alliance.
Nice. Cool. Thanks, Nancy. Awesome. And unless anybody has anything else, let you go. And I forgot to send out minutes for our last one, so I'll just do 2 sets next time. Thanks, Ashley, for taking those. Awesome. Thanks, everybody. Bye.